A very good morning once again. It is the second interview segment of this morning on ITV, which we are going to discuss on the issue of politics. The 2023 general elections is fast approaching, with a lot of permutations, a lot of preparation by politicians and other stakeholders like INEC and other civil society organizations. But one of the major things is the politicians or the political parties have been having one issue or the other. Year in, year out, virtually whenever election is fast approaching, there must be some kind of internal party crisis, which is some people would think that political party will no longer be strong or cannot win election, this and that. But unfortunately, thing is, all the political parties used to have that kind of crisis, which is actually a lot of people saying that it is strengthening them. Meanwhile, there are a lot of also defection here, defection there, and so many other matters. And we are going to talk about this issue of internal party crisis while the 2023 general election is approaching. And in the studio, I have a politician, Samuel Eke. Welcome to the studio.
Welcome, Mr. Al-Hassan.
The 2023 election is coming in less than 2 years. Political parties, including your own party, APC, have been planning, or they have done World Congress, local government Congress, and also going ahead now with state congresses. And this is coming with a lot of issue over the leadership. PDP is having their own, and the issue of leadership crisis, and they are going to have their national convention in less than 1 month, that is in the 30th and 31st of this month. Wow. What is the reason behind having this kind of crisis whenever election is approaching?
Let me start with the APC where I belong. With the information I know and I have as a member of the party, I know APC have no crisis.
What of the issue of the leadership, when some people took the chairman of the caretaker committee to court that he should stop parading himself? Is that one not crisis?
It's a committee. I have said this in different fora that it's a committee, a caretaker committee to conduct congresses and national convention of the party. And the caretaker committee since inception have done tremendously well. And I don't see it as crisis. They have done the World Congresses very successful.
With violence in so many states like in Kwara and so many others.
Why? This issue you just brought up, I will take it head on. Kwara, there is no single crisis in Kwara. I don't know why the media is over-bloating the issue of Kwara, but I can tell you, I'm not going to say it politically, but I will tell you, you have a governor in Kwara, you have the party leadership in Kwara intact, and there's no crisis anywhere. I was previewed to see what happened at the local government congresses, and it was very peaceful, more peaceful than anywhere in this country. And they had just a single congress in their various party offices, and today consensus and so on, and today we hear people will still come out on TV. I don't know where they get their information from. Kwara is very peaceful. Anybody is peddling that, tell the person, maybe I advise the media to do investigative journalism.
Video has already shown during the World Congress there are a lot of crises there between the faction of the governor and the faction of the Minister of Information and Culture. And also don't forget the issue of Gombe between the governor and also the former governor, Senator Goji. So how can you say there is no crisis?
No, there is no crisis. I have just told you, they had the World Congresses. They had local government congresses, very peaceful. I don't know. The World Congress, in a ward, maybe you have 160 something ward in a state, and in one ward, due to petty interest among ward members, and they have small fisc off, and the media will overbloat it. That's
what
not crisis.
Delta? when the issue of Karo Okjubo and Omo Agege too, it was there. To the extent that Karo Okjubo was saying that so people, they should not vote for so because of so things he did.
Hold on. That is campaign. You just said, he said they should not vote for so people.
No, it was because of the Congress.
See, unfortunately, it's politics. In politics, a lot of interests come in and people align and realign.
Okay.
And negotiations will take place, and at the end of the day, the man with the superior argument takes the day.
What is happening in APC?
APC is peaceful. We have conducted our world congresses peacefully nationwide. We have conducted the
Is it political peaceful way?
Very peaceful.
Is it political peace?
If you observe,
you know, there is political peace.
No.
When even no matter how the thing is, they will say there is no peace.
No. It's peaceful. When I mean peaceful, you can see the local government congresses. You don't hear anything anywhere.
Including Niger State.
Including Niger State. Everywhere you just hear consensus, because the party understand itself. The mechanism within the party have take care of anything that will come up. That's why you have an appeal committee.
It is the peaceful thing that is now a lot of people want to defect from APC in Cross River.
In Cross River?
Yes.
If they want to defect, I know maybe it's stories, but I know they are not defecting to anywhere, because you can't defect from APC to where? Where are you going to? APC is more peaceful than the people in the opposition.
How?
There's no crisis in APC. You can hear somebody coming on TV and saying that the party should not zone this, that. You hear it in the opposition, but you don't hear such in the APC.
And the issue of zoning is still there in the APC as well.
Hold on. You don't see the bickering of the opposition in the APC. The APC has this calmness in it.
So you are now saying that there will not going to be any internal further internal crisis in the APC ahead of 2020.
First of all, what is in the table today in the APC is to conduct congresses, convention, and then have a new leadership in the party. And since the inception of the caretaker committee have handled everything firmly, everything well. Today as we speak, the party is in the right direction, and victory is sure in 2023.
How?
Victory is sure in 2023. How? By seeking the support of Nigerians.
When a lot of people are saying that so far you don't have anybody that you can give to people as presidential candidate that they trust. You are able to shuffle for somebody who is in another political party to come and contest.
That's not true. If you bring, let me use people who can defeat anybody in the opposition. Look at the vice president, Professor Emil Sibajo. He's a perfect gentleman. He's an intellectual.
He denied the notice of the poster that are going on.
Yes, but if Nigerians force him and we present him as a candidate today, be rest assured that there is nobody in the opposition that can defeat him.
That's your own opinion.
That's what I want you to know. That's what I want you to know.
That is your own opinion.
So, because in the opposition, who would you bring? Call the names, let's see.
What I'm saying is that right now there are a lot of issues coming up that your party, APC, they are now trying to convince somebody from the opposition party to come to their party and also contest for president.
I don't know.
They promise to give him ticket. So what will you tell people that your party have a credible candidate when you are begging another person from another party?
I don't believe your informations are right. I know my party, it's an open party for all Nigerians, and I know the party has created a window, a waiver for anybody who wants to decamp into the party. You can decamp today, and you have equal right with as a member of the party. You have equal right as every other member of the party, so you can decamp, and if you have interest to contest, so be it. You will be given equal treatment as a member of the party.
Imo election is coming with a lot of issues.
Anambra,
sorry. Anambra state governorship election is coming up soon. I think less than 1 month.
Yeah.
And your party also had the issue concerning primary elections, just like the other parties in Anambra.
Thank God you said my party and the other parties. So it's politics playing out in every political party in Anambra. But my party conducted the primaries, that a candidate emerged, and the candidate is the flag bearer of the party, and by the special grace of God, he will come out victorious in the election of Anambra.
Well, let's move on with the issue of 2023.
Yeah.
Do you see Nigerians coming out to vote, looking at the fact that there are a lot of complaint over a lot of things in the country, ranging from security to economy, and so many others, things that they felt the promise made to them were not fulfilled? Don't you think that there will be a voter apathy?
I don't think so.
Why?
I think change is constant, and people would seek for a better opportunity.
Then do you think that if people didn't get what they want, twice,
I don't think
they may
people.
end up saying,
I don't think people did not get what they want. I would give you some few examples. In 2014/2015, some of us cannot go close to the markets and areas where you have a lot of crowded areas, because we'll be scared of maybe there will be an LED that will detonate or something.
Now can you travel?
I will come there. So then the new government came in, headed by President Muhammadu Buhari, and that is a story of the past, and Nigeria is work in progress. That we have defeated the Boko Haram.
Even the government is using technically.
That's what we have defeated the Boko Haram. We have only sent them. They are now looking for soft targets. You come into infrastructure. I will tell you, Nigerians are satisfied with the way the government is going about infrastructure. When you say, can I travel? I can travel. Sometimes you can go through the trains. That is success this government have achieved by completing the rail projects. Our aviation industry has grown and has better facilities than virtually any other African country in Africa. So these are achievements this government have done. Small businesses in Nigeria has benefited tremendously from this government.
With the now naira, the dollar is 500.
We'll come to dollar. I'm talking about stimulus packages from the government. Young people in Nigeria, for the first time in the history of Nigeria, got programs like the Empower. They were paid for 2 years and above.
With the increase on unemployment?
The population is growing. The government is creating an enabling environment. There's no nation that grows without a vibrant infrastructure in the nation. And this government is placing infrastructure as the key to growth of this nation.
With large number of borrowing money?
You cannot, if you don't use money, you cannot make money. We need a lot of investment. Nigeria has deficit of infrastructure, and the only way we can get there is what the government is doing, and the government is doing all it can to make sure that we get to a point where infrastructure will not be an issue. If the previous governments in the past took infrastructure as a priority, we will not be talking of some of such infrastructures today. I can tell you, for 80 years in this country, some roads were not touched, whether maintained or worked on, and those roads failed. For 16 years, there are areas that don't have government present. I can tell you today that a lot is happening. Nigerians will be grateful to this government after 2020.
When they cannot sleep with their eyes closed, when they cannot travel as they want, when you look at, they cannot even get food to eat the way they should, when fertilizer cannot be provided, when right now sachet of pure water is 20 naira, when
you know, every election period people come with all these things. These things have always been there.
When subsidy was said to have been removed, and later you hear that
these things, all these things you have just mentioned,
price of
has been there since 1960 till date. But this is the only government that is tackling them head on.
Tackling, and is deteriorating, is worsening.
Things are getting worse, but the government is fixing a lot of things. A lot of policies of this government is going to yield a lot of result. When you talk about dollar, I know every Nigeria is concerned about dollar, but hopefully the CBN has monetary policy and fiscal policy. They know what to do about it.
The same people that have been hating it for how many, about 7 years, you expect them to just overnight.
That's why I said Nigeria is work in progress. You don't expect a miracle. You don't expect magic. Policies must come. Ideas must come to the table. Those ideas must turn into reality.
Is it when naira dollar become 1,000 naira, then they can? They met dollar 180.
Do you know the only thing that would reverse what is happening is what the government is doing?
Okay.
One of those things are Nigeria would leave the issue of being an consuming nation to be a production, a nation that produces what it consumes. Because if you import virtually everything, dollar would definitely rise.
Let's come back.
So this is the only government. Let me tell you, this is the only government who have made the rise a policy.
Let's come
and
back
it's working.
to the issue of political party.
Okay.
Your party, APC, has been accepting everybody to it, including some people with questionable character, despite the fact that the APC claim that their party is clean, their party is corrupt free, but large number of those that are defecting are those with cases in the EFC. Does that mean that that word saying that anybody that defects to APC, his sin has been forgiven?
Can I tell you something? Joshua Dari.
I didn't mention.
No. I want to take you back. Joshua Dari is a member of the APC, a sitting senator in the APC, and the party did not in any way interfere in issues pertaining him and the EFCC.
Maybe he's just trying to.
No, I will tell you. He is a member of the APC. That's an example. So if anybody is telling you that, oh, I have a case with the EFCC, and when I defect, maybe things will change.
Just give me one out of almost over 100 people that
No, I am telling you the one who didn't defect, who is in the party. I'm not telling you about someone who defect. Remember, the court processes are not something you go to court today and you get judgments today. This judgment would run and take its course. Coming to the APC doesn't change your case with EFCC.
But it will
EFCC, remember, EFCC is not a political party.
It will die down.
It doesn't die down. EFCC is not a political party. That's why I want journalists to sometimes do investigative journalism and see if those cases are not in court, or if the EFCC have withdrawn the case.
It's not the issue whether it is withdrawn or is not in court. The issue is that once they defected, you don't even hear about that case again.
Maybe
what I mean is it is stepped down pending on time.
Remember, is
when the person is trying to do something or say something negative, even within the party, or he want to contest with a strong person. Now the issue.
Can I say something? Remember, we have 3 arms of government.
Sure.
the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive.
Yes.
And I know the executive does not interfere in matters that the judiciary is independent on its own.
That is based on statement.
That is the fact. I don't know the kind of statement you are saying. So, and I also know that the legislative arm of government is also independent.
Robert Stamp?
Where are they getting these words from? So I know these are independent bodies. So if cases are in court, let's allow them to run. Let's stop having political coloration to individuals who have their cases in court, that are still in court, who are now members of the party. They want to be members of the party. We won't shut the doors. They are Nigerians.
If you claim that your party is clean,
remember until
corrupt free
yes,
party,
yes,
and you are accepting corrupt alleged,
how do you prove that someone is corrupt?
I say alleged corrupt individuals.
If he is alleged, he is still innocent.
But you
until proven
still accuse that person of corruption when it comes to the issue of politics. If he is in the other side, if he comes to you, he is clean now.
Can I say something? Anybody that the court has not convicted is still innocent until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
So I don't want to start calling people names when the courts have not decided. Except the court decides, that's when we'll say, oh, so person is corrupt, and we don't want.
Well, now issue of presidential election. Do you see APC having either zoning or just open for president?
I pray APC move the way of consensus.
How?
Leaders of the party and members of the party to see reasons whereby we'll have a consensus candidate for the presidential election. That's my prayer as an individual. And the best should emerge and take Nigeria to the next level.
Next level. Next level.
Next level.
Many people question this issue of next level.
Yeah.
Because the prices of things before the next level are lower than the price of things in the next level. So if you now say another next level, people will be conscious, will be concerned that the next level.
A lot of things have happened in the last 2 years, from COVID-19 to economic meltdown and so on. All these things have affected our economy, not only Nigeria, virtually all around the world. If UK today is suffering from fuel scarcity at a point, if they tell anybody that UK will go into such crisis, they will say no.
It is supply that is the problem.
That is the
no.
There is a crisis.
Their own is lack of even the manpower to transport those things.
If they tell anybody that they would lack manpower to do those things, they will tell you it's a lie. If you go to such areas today, grocery stores, things have also increased. And what has caused it? The COVID-19 and a lot of economic issues. Every country has its problems, but the ability of such nations to solve their problems within their own environment, bring local solutions to local problems. That's what makes them different and come out of it stronger. So I don't see much problem in Nigeria. I know we have issues of insecurity, and I know the president is doing everything he can to make sure that Nigeria is safe and Nigeria is better once again.
Issue of party crisis. You said that most party crises actually strengthen the party.
Yeah.
It make the party come stronger.
Yeah.
and you claim that your party doesn't have any crisis.
No crisis.
While the other one, that is the PDP, is having
They have
crisis.
bigger crisis.
Yeah. So does that mean, with your word, PDP will come out stronger?
No. What I mean,
crisis?
I didn't say crisis make party stronger. You asked me if my party is in crisis. I said there's no crisis in my party.
Okay.
There's no crisis whatsoever in the party.
So
there's no party that has the mechanism the APC is having.
Okay.
There's no party that has the kind of administration
that's your own opinion.
APC is having today.
That's your own opinion.
And you can see that people are not leaving APC, rather people are coming. Everybody wants to be in APC.
That's what happened in 2014 when people keep
No. In
going to
from 2012, you saw Nigerians protesting everywhere from fuel scarcity to
and the same
and from 2012 till the APC came to power. People were leaving PDP. Even governors, sitting governors, were leaving PDP to APC. You had the G5, G7 issue. You have a lot of people. Ministers were resigning. You don't have that scenario today. Rather, you have governors. Running in their numbers that, oh, I am still coming. Please, can you?
Let me give you one example.
Okay.
The same issue, the people, the politician accuse the then political party of, which led to the protest. The same issue your party has been doing.
What are the issues?
The issue of the removal of subsidies.
Can I tell you something? Can I say something? It is not the same issue.
All right, explain.
In 2012, sometimes we sleep in the fuel station to get fuel. Am I right?
Then the government then said that we want to remove.
In 2012,
people protested.
No. Today.
Listening president decided to say, okay, we are not removing.
Since the inception of this, the common man does not understand what you're saying because he's not suffering. Since the inception of
the common man is right now not suffering.
He's not suffering to get the product. Since the inception of Mr. President, fuel scarcity is a thing that we can't even remember we ever went through it.
We went through it late 2019.
We don't remember we went through it.
2019.
It was not scarcity.
I followed you.
It was not scarcity of fuel. It was, New Peng wants to go on strike.
Are you trying to say it's panic buying?
Panic buying. So people just rush to get fuel. So the situations are not the same. You had issue of corruption beyond what anybody can think of.
Are you trying to say there is no corruption in this government?
No.
In your party?
I don't know if there is any, but I can tell you in 2012, you can hear governors coming out to say things about corruption in that government in 2012. You can hear an appointee of the president accusing the same government who is that appointed him of corruption.
The same thing the secretary of the caretaker committee and the extraordinary planning convention committee of your party also accuse Emefiele, accuse the CBN governor, accuse the CBN of a lot of issues regarding to the current state of Naira. Is it not the same thing? In fact, a leader of the party is now talking about an appointee of government.
I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of that. That I'm not aware. But I can tell you, it was not the same situation we found ourselves in 2012 to 2014 towards 2015. That's not the same situation we have today. Nigeria, it's better. Things will change, hopefully. We know everything is not rosy. We must work towards achieving greatness as a nation. And the government can also not do it alone. We cannot keep complaining, oh, government this, government that, government that, government that. At the end of the day, what is our contribution to our nation? So hopefully Nigerians should also support what they have and see how we can have a better nation.
All right, State Congress is coming up with your party.
Yeah.
And do you see that coming peaceful way?
Very peaceful. It will be same. You know, you have improvement from World Congress to local government congresses. So if they are
the crisis experienced in the World Congress wasn't experienced in
you
the
didn't hear
government.
anything in the local government.
Okay. So you are sure that
so the state will be very peaceful because
why do you say so?
Because I see situations where you have it's a talk thing where you have people alignment and realignment and negotiations will go on and consensus will come out of all this.
Is consensus the best thing for a political party? Looking at the fact that
the constitution,
so many people are not given the opportunity.
That is not true. Where you have 2-3 persons who don't agree on consensus, they go for Congress. That's how it is. But most of the times people will just say it's better we just go today, you can go tomorrow, it's me, and than spending much money and also having issues. We want to win election. We are not too interested in who becomes what within the party, but let's come together and win election. And in doing that, we wouldn't want rank or so consensus, sitting on the table and talking and ironing out the gray areas would make the party stronger and people would understand themselves than coming to the field and always have issues. But I know consensus will be the greatest aspect that will make the party stronger, and I see it happening in the state congresses around virtually every state.
So many people in your party or in political party think that once the governor just says this person should be, that person should be, that's the end.
That's not true. That's always not true. But sometimes you see the governor is the leader of the party in the state. And as a politician, he will hear views of everybody and see popular persons who would build the strength of the party and his party where he belongs to.
In a situation where there is no governor in a state, who is the leader of the party?
Minus the governor, the most ranking political office holder.
What if there is two, for example, there are 2 senators in that same state? Who will now be the leader?
They know how to do it. The state chairman is the leader of the party. They have a state chairman of the party.
Yeah, but what I mean, a senator can also be a leader of the party in the absence of governor. Yeah, so, and do you have a two sitting?
You have a minister. Remember, you have a minister from every state. So you have there's leadership. Somehow, a leader would emerge. You have something that someone must provide leadership. It must not be egocentric thing. Someone must provide leadership. You have ministers from every state. You have senators. You have if we are senators, if I'm a principal officer and you are not a principal officer, what happens? You now understand. So somehow there will be a leader. Like in Delta now, you have a minister and you have the deputy senate president. You know the deputy senate president is the leader. The minister cannot be the leader because the deputy senate president is elected by the people. He is not appointed. He is also a principal officer in the Senate. These are 2 things in his shoulders.
Well, second to the last question I want to ask you, why do governors always afraid to have a party national chairman from their state?
I don't think so. It's a plus to any state that have a party national chairman.
Mostly governors doesn't want the party national chairman to
apart from what happened in Shomole's case, between Governor Shomole and Obaseki, and finally the party lost Obaseki to the opposition because of the high-handedness of the former chairman. Apart from that, I don't think any governor would not want to have a party chairman from his state. It's better for him, it's easier for him, he has more information than others. So no governor is scared of having party chairman from his state. Rather, every governor wants to have a party chairman in his state. It's just that the former party chairman had issues, and till date, some of us are not happy that we lost Edu. We have a governor who can win election, who was in our party because of primordial interest between the former and the present governor. The present governor left the party, and the present governor, I will say it, he tried his best to see if he will remain in the party, and that opportunity was not given by the then party chairman, and the governor left.
Okay, my last question is, why is that both the APC and the PDP, none of their national chairman had ever finished his tenure? Why is it like that?
In the APC,
is that removal?
No, let me say it clearly. The APC, Oyegu completed his tenure.
He was removed.
He was not removed.
He was removed.
Oyegu completed his tenure of 4 years. It was a national convention that brought in Oshomole. That's why he didn't go for second term.
A special convention is not like...
No. He completed his tenure. He completed
the convention that brought Oshomole was a special convention.
Can I explain?
All right.
Oyegu spent 4 years as a national chairman
okay.
of the party. So it's not...
But why did Oshomole couldn't finish it?
You saw the issue. I cannot be a national chairman and chase away a governor. And his party chairman went to... His ward chairman. You saw the case of the ward chairman. You can't remain a chairman when your ward chairman have suspended you. So that was a case in court, and he was not removed by the party per se, it was by his ward. So Oshomole's matter is a different matter. Why in other parties, you know, it's a norm for them not to complete their tenure. So just watch. Apart from Oshomole, every other chairman will complete his 4 years.
Well, that's just what you said. Well, let's wait and see. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
much. We have been discussing with the Samuel Eke with politicians concerning the issue of implication of internal party crisis in build-up to 2023 general elections. And that's the end of that's much we have for today's this morning on ITV, where we discuss a lot of issues. Until tomorrow, when we come to I would say Bola Bakari come with the State of the Nation on this morning on ITV, and also give you more other discussions and other topics that will actually make you be informed and be educated concerning what is happening in the country. Well, on behalf of the production team, I am Al Hassan Bala. Bye for now.